Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another one in my top 5 series, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. This was a bit of a tough one because I've got a lot of palettes and I really love all my palettes, but I had to choose 5, so these are probably the 5 that I reach for the most, and I figured that there were some other eyeshadows that I use all the time. Those will be covered in my single eyeshadows videos, so yeah. So just before we jump into the video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified of all my new videos. Just to mention, I haven't said the retail prices for all of these, but I will link them all down below so you guys can go check them out. Okay, let's jump in. So the first palette I have is my Colourpop one. These are in no particular order, just by the way, they're just random. So this is my Colourpop palette, which I obviously designed myself with their single pressed eyeshadows. There are videos on YouTube about this, but if you guys want me to make my own, let me know. But you can actually hack the palettes, make them into a magnetic palette, and you can put 10 shades in here instead of 4. So it normally comes with a little insert inside the palette, but then you can actually take that out and you can use it as a magnetic palette, which is what I have done here. So this is what it looks like once you have taken the insert out, and as you can see, 10 fit really nicely in there. You can use this for a little bit more than just 4 shadows, which is awesome. So these are my favorite Colourpop pressed shadows. Pretty much, these are the ones I reach for the most. In particular, I love this one up here, which is called Come and Get It. I'm obsessed with that, and this one here, which is Silver Linings. And then this one here, which I think is called Backseat, the blue one. Those are my 3 top faves out of this palette. But I reach for this palette all the time just because obviously I designed it and I put the shades in there that I want. So yeah, I find that I use it a lot. This is what it looks like up close. It's really beautiful. I love the colors that I've chosen, if I do say so myself. The next one is this glorious palette, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I think everybody is obsessed with this at the moment, especially. So I'm sure you've all seen it because it's all over YouTube, but this is what the shades look like. 18 shades in here, so, and they're all beautiful. I know there was a little bit of, you know, people saying that this palette didn't have the greatest pigmentation and stuff like that, but I don't find that really. I don't find that they're the most pigmented shades in the world. Like, I mean, they're not on the level of like Colourpop Super Shock shadows in terms of pigment, but they're powder shadows, and I think they're meant to be a little bit more subtle. And obviously with any eyeshadow, it's nothing that Fix Plus can't fix. Pardon the pun. So you can just spray some Fix Plus and you'll be good to go with these, but most of these shades don't need Fix Plus, and they're beautiful, they're wearable. I know a lot of people complained that there weren't enough peaches in the palette, but I like that there's some browns and oranges and greens and purples and different shades in there. I think that that makes a palette. If it was just a whole thing of peach, I don't know, that would be a bit impossible to create a look with, wouldn't it? But yeah, this is definitely in my top 5. I love it, and obviously it smells amazing, so you can't go wrong. And I'll just do a quick close-up. That's what this one looks like. Next one, and I'm definitely not doing anything groundbreaking here, you guys. These are all palettes that you will already know about, but I hope this video is helpful to you anyway. So the next one is my Naked 3. This was one of my first palette purchases when I started getting back into makeup. I used to be really into makeup at high school and also at uni, and then when I started working, I kind of just dropped off because I can't be bothered, frankly, to put on makeup to go to work, because I just think it's a waste of product. I'm going to go sit and stare at a computer all day. What is the point of having beautiful makeup all day? So I just don't bother. I mean, no shade to anybody who does, but personally I can't be bothered. I throw on some mascara, concealer if I'm looking tired, and that's it. I'm out. I'm done. So this is the Naked 3. Again, you would have all seen this palette. It was all over YouTube a few years ago. I was very, very late to the party, but it's one of my favorites of all time. I love it. This is what the palette looks like, and obviously it comes with the little brush as well. You get 12 shades in here, and obviously they're all rose gold themed. You can tell which ones I like the most. This one here, which is called Trick. And I'm also really obsessed with the 2 mattes in this palette. They're beautiful. They're right up my alley. I find myself reaching for this a lot, as well as actually the one in the Naked 2, the Dusty Pink in the Naked 2 is beautiful as well. I definitely think this palette is worth the money. And yeah, it's one of my absolute all-time favorites. And just in case anyone hasn't seen it, this is what it looks like up close. Next up, totally another YouTube made me buy it moment. It is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I can't talk today. So everybody knows this palette. It's absolutely beautiful. I didn't get it that long ago, but I'm obsessed with it. I really love all the colors in here. So this is the palette. I'm sure everybody's already seen it. My favorite colors in this palette are these 2 here, which is Bon Fresco and Vermeer. These are my favorite shades in the palette, and the brush that it comes with is also really good. It's like a double-ended little brush. And this is what the palette looks like up close. Really stunning. You get 14 shades with this one, so it's good value as well. I wasn't actually going to get this because I didn't think I would like it because it's full of warm shades, and I normally go for cool tone shades. I am very cool toned and very neutral undertone, and I didn't think I would like this palette at all, so I wasn't going to get it. But then my sister ended up picking it up. Well, I got it for her for Christmas, I think, or her birthday, and when I opened it up just to check that nothing was broken, I was floored, and I was like, I actually need this. So I went and purchased it a couple of weeks later. So yeah, sister made me buy it, I guess. Next up, I have another oldie but a goodie situation, and it is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This and the Naked 3 would have to be my top two, I think. I know I said there's no order, but top two would definitely have to be those two because they're the ones I just reach for the most. So with this one, you get 14 shades because you've got the two big highlight shades, which you don't have in the Sweet Peach palette. I probably prefer the Sweet Peach palette layout just because I prefer to have the two extra shades in this palette, but it's still fine. Like I said, it's my top two. I love it anyway. So yeah, my favorite shades in this palette are the Salted Caramel and the Marzipan, and all of the matte browns. I love the matte browns in this palette. They're beautiful crease shades and transition shades. And I reach for this palette all the time. Even when I'm using another palette, I'll pull this one out just to use the mattes. So to me, that's a big sign that this is such a great palette because I go and reach for it on purpose when I've already got something else in front of me. I also actually really like the red shades like Cherry Cordial and the Amaretto, this one here, and Cherry Cordial, which is up there. I love those two shades as well. So I think I actually like reds, which is something I have been surprised to learn about myself. Yeah, that's everything. That's my top 5 palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified of all my new videos. I will see you in my next video. Bye!